Hello and welcome back. Today I want to look at self-leadership and what it is, why you want it, how you can cultivate it, because it's really one of the things everything comes back down to. Like the way you carry yourself, you show up in the world, like how you relate to yourself is pretty much what influences most other things in your life. And self-leadership is one way of looking at it. So what is self-leadership? So of course, it's a term that's often used in either the business context or management or psychology. And one definition that I also like is you have a developed sense of who you are, what you can do, and how you can do it. So why is it important? Because if you want to influence your environment, be it for personal reason or professionally, self-leadership helps you with that. Let's get to the point of, so how do you cultivate self-leadership? Lots of different ways, depending on which aspect of it you want to focus on. But the key bit, it starts with safety. Luckily, we're becoming more and more aware, trauma aware as a society right now. I think we're just starting to understand in how many situations or contexts that is a missing bit. The problem why most of us struggle with being fully connected to our body or using our body's wisdom to go through life is, of course, we had at some point, things happen to us. You can call it trauma, difficult things. It can be in your life, it can be generational, it could be historically, systemically, whatever it is. It could be a million reasons why you got more and more disconnected from your body. By restoring that trust to your body, you restore the trust into yourself. And when you restore that, you become more present. And the more present you can be, of course, if there's a difficulty, you have more capacity to hold it, to deal with it, to be present with the situation or the other person or something. You notice for yourself if something works for you or doesn't work for you. And really the whole safety piece is that, again, it's a relational piece. If you're constantly on, like if your system is half shut down and you're constantly kind of tight or protecting yourself, so that's really what your nervous system does, isn't it? It's like an ongoing, constant protection. Of course, you're not as open and able to go through situations or do what you need to do or be, like I said, present, able, have the capacity to fully deal with the circumstances you want to deal with. Restoring safety within your nervous system and your body needs to be key, no matter if we talk about self-leadership or leadership or anything else. Personally, I would not know how to fully offer someone the best guidance, the best leadership, or whatever you want to call it, if you have not found that ease and freedom and relaxation in your body. Like being able and present, that's a key bit of leadership. That's a bit that other people will notice, that you are there with them. People notice it, they feel heard, they feel listened to. And that's, again, how you build respect, how you build trust, and all these wonderful abilities that build good relationships. Then the last bit really is about making a difference. And I'm very careful to say that because, of course, many of us, we do want to make a difference. But again, there could be going a lot of overlay with, different motivations going on about why you want that and if it's from which part within you it's coming. What my experience is, and what I usually encourage people to stop playing with, is the more you do everything I just shared about getting in touch with yourself, like becoming more comfortable in your body and all these wonderful things, standing up for yourself, like being clear about what matters to you and how to stand up for these things, also gets easier. So in a way, being more comfortable with who you are, being able to increase your self-trust, your self-leadership, you could just end there and be like, okay, I'm much better in it, acting throughout the day, interacting with others, how I communicate with others and all these things. But the next level is, how much really do you share your own ideas or opinions? Because especially if you're very considerate, caring, good and maybe listening to others anyway, I would encourage you to just see how often do you share what you think. And it doesn't have to be always a researched truth. It could be an opinion that you maybe base on a few facts you have, but you don't know the whole picture. When do you share it and when do you not share it? Because self-leadership, leadership, whatever you want to call it, I find often the next step is that bit where it really goes into, we're always influencing others in our environment, even if we are not conscious about it. But that's a bit where it really gets interesting about like how much you assert your influence. How far do you go with just stating what you think? Not to teach them or anything, but just kind of to share your different view. Because that's really where you take influence and potentially leadership a little bit further. It's so much fun. Like when you start doing it and you know, when you get the other, and you notice the other side is having a moment to think, and you just realize, oh, now I expanded their horizon. You know, you're maybe so good in listening to others and getting new ideas and whatnot, but are you doing the same? Are you opening other people's mind in the same way? So that's the last bit I would say to you. That's maybe goes a bit further than just self-leadership, but it certainly goes into leadership and influence. Your awesome ideas and the care for certain things or what you want to change in the world, just don't let it go to waste. Like you can do as much as other people can, but maybe you just haven't owned it yet. And it's in there. It's in your system. You can do it. It starts with becoming more comfortable and then gently starting to nudge yourself to play with it. All right. I hope you find that helpful, and until next time.